morning everybody, Ian Gilder, TV Travel Shop. It's 11 AM and do I have some amazing deals for you. If this is your first time, welcome to the show. I come to you every day with 3 amazing offers. They get supplied to us by our trade partners, be it tour operators, travel agents or hoteliers. The first one will always be a short haul offer, the second one a long haul, and the last one will either be a cruise, a bucket list or sporting event. The offers get submitted into the team who have a wealth of experience. They're all ex-travel agents, product managers within travel. Check the deal, one, to make certain it's good quality accommodation that you're using. Secondly, it is the best deal in the marketplace. And lastly, for your protection, that your money is safe by either ABTA, ATOL or Trust Service. Let's get cracking with our short haul offer. This comes from our friends at WWTT Deals. Obviously been a lot of news recently of the green list, the red list, the amber list, and where are the Sandwich Islands. This one is going to a green list at this precise moment, and it's going to Gibraltar. It's a small, short city break for 3 nights, I do believe, and we'll give you a little bit of information in a moment. So at the moment, you can go over to Gibraltar and come back without having to quarantine. Obviously, you will have to take some tests, which we'll explain in a different show in the next few days once we've got a bit more information. But this is, say, comes from the friends at WWTT Deals. I've been to Gibraltar. It's a lovely place. It is British. It's on the end of Spain, and it's around about 10 miles away from Africa. The cruise ships come through. You've got the Straits of Gibraltar. Can get a little bit lumpy, but it's a great place to visit. I've been there on a cruise once before. Really enjoyed it. So things to see and do. What's it most famous for? The Rock. You need to get yourself up the Rock. Numerous different ways. You can take the cable car, which you pay to do so, or you can hire a car, drive up there, or take a taxi. What's the most famous things up the Rock? It's the Barbary 8s. There's 140 of them. Word of advice, do not feed them because they're liable to nip your fingers. I keep well away from them, but it's a great thing to see and do. Lots and lots of history there. You've got some caves which you can go visit. It's duty free, English bars, English restaurants. You can walk around there. It's just a lovely place to visit. You can go up the 340 metre high skywalk, as it say, it goes all the way over there. Lovely weather. So WWTT have put this deal together, and it's staying at the Holiday Inn Express Gibraltar. It's a 3-star accommodation. It's rated number 2 out of 7 hotels in Gibraltar, so it's one of the best hotels. It's a Traveller's Choice Award winning in 2020. It's got 250 excellent or very good reviews compared to 17 poor or terrible. It's located at the foot of the famous Rock. It's also close to the airport. The airport you can actually see from the top of the Rock. As I say, it's quite a small island. It's small walk away from the main street and Casamati Square, where the bars, the restaurants, and you've got a buzzing harbour area to go round as well. Has all the facilities you would expect from a 3-star accommodation. It has in-room safe, air conditioning, a private bathroom, separate walk-in shower, heated mirrors. You also have coffee maker, tea maker, flat screen TV, so everything you would expect from a 3-star accommodation. It is on a B&B basis, and WWTT Deals have put this offer together, which includes return flights from London with hand baggage, also a standard room and private airport return transfers. So if you fancy a little bit of going to the Rock, you want to get away because at the end of the day we're all chomping at the bit to go on holiday, go to somewhere safe where you can get back in without having to quarantine. WWTT Deals have put this offer together, say for 3 nights. In June they're leading in at only £249 per person, July and August from only £289, September from £259 and October from £289. So for anywhere from June to sort of October up to between £250 and £290, so it's a great deal. So if you fancy this, give WWTT Deals a call. Numbers on the screen. Like it and share it on Facebook. Give us some Instagram love. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Enable notifications to see me at 11 o'clock giving you the best deals in the travel marketplace. On to our second offer. It's our long haul offer, and this comes from the Travel Queen. She's a personal travel advisor, been in the industry over 20 years. Lovely lady, met her on a couple of occasions, and she knows her stuff when it comes to anything to do with America. With this, it's a twin centre offer. It's going to 2 great cities on the east coast of America, of New York and Boston. If you've seen the show regularly, I love New York. I went there last year, had an amazing time, things to see and do. Got the Empire State Building, you've got the 9/11 Memorial where the Twin Towers used to be. Please go and see that. It's absolutely brilliantly done, very poignant, as I say, beautifully done. You've got the One World Observatory, which is where on the same site. It's a great tower to go up. Statue of Liberty, Times Square, Central Park. There's so much to see and do. My number one tip though is always try and book your big bus tour, speak to the travel queen, she can add it on. My second top tip would be do the 2-day pass as well. It takes you all around Manhattan, gets you from A to B, gets running commentary, and you get just so much more of a feel for what you're seeing and doing. And the reason for doing the 2-day pass is you get the Circle Line boat tour included. So you go out onto the water, down the Hudson, you go past the Statue of Liberty, you can see it. It's a great thing to do. So obviously you get 3 nights there, and you'll be staying at the New Yorker Hotel, which is the Wyndham Hotel. It's located on 34th Street. Great location. Times Square is less than half a mile away from the property. It's ranked number 318 out of 514 hotels in New York. Word of advice, generally most hotels in New York aren't particularly big, the hotel rooms. They're old buildings, but you're not going to be in the hotel room that often. It's got over 10,000 excellent or very good reviews compared to 1,300 poor and terrible. So it's a decent accommodation at a great price. So after your 3 nights in New York, you're going to take your Amtrak train down to Boston. It's around about a 3-hour train journey, where you're going to then have another 3 nights at the Boston Park Plaza Hotel. It's number 53 out of 95 hotels in Boston, and it is a traveller's choice and award-winning accommodation. 3,000 excellent or very good against 500 poor or terrible. Boston, great city, famous for one thing, well not for one thing, but I like going Cheers, and obviously you've got the Cheers bar, which you've got to go and see and visit. And you've got a stunning harbour. You also go to the Boston Tea Party or the famous John Hancock Tower, so you can get yourself up there as well. But obviously with Boston, it's all about the eating, the drinking, and if you like your fish, Boston is famous for Maine lobster. So if you like your seafood, it comes in fresh. It's absolutely fantastic. So when are you going to be going? This is based on the 10th of January 2022, and it's with flights from London. You can go from Manchester for a massive supplement of £10 per person. You're also going to have your resort fees waived in New York. So generally when you go to New York, there's a resort fee including the price. You normally have to pay separately. That's included in the price. So the Travel Queen has put this deal together. It's for 6 nights in total, and it's based on the 10th of January 2022, and it's in at only £789. So your flights over to New York, your Amtrak train, your 3 nights in the hotel in New York, and then 3 nights at the Boston Park Plaza is $789 per person. That is an absolutely corking deal. If you fancy a little bit of this, give the Travel Queen a call. Numbers on the screen. Like it and share it on Facebook. Give us some Instagram love. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Enable notifications to get deals like this at 11 o'clock on a daily basis. On to our last section. Is it a cruise? Is it a bucket list? Or is it a sporting event? As I said at the beginning of the show, we are going to the Sandwich Islands. Where are the Sandwich Islands? They are off the coast of the Falkland Islands. But unfortunately, we've tried our best to go to our providers and get an offer, and we can't get there. So unfortunately, we can't there. So we're going to have to put up with an offer from Holigee with the most second famous person in the cruise industry. It's Jane McDonald. If you watched last Sunday's show, Jane McDonald done a section with the Sky Princess going around the Caribbean. So if not, get yourself on catch up, have a watch it. And if you fancy this, Holigee have put an amazing offer together aboard the Sky Princess. Sky Princess is one of the newer ships, coming into service a couple of years ago, same as the Royal Princess and the Regal Princess. Princess Cruises are one of my favourite cruise lines. I've spent lots of my own money over the years. They are premium American. It's great food, great service, has all the facilities. There's a spa, there's swimming pools, there's movies under the stars, you've got your casino, you've got your dining, you've got speciality dining. You're never going to be bored on a Princess cruise. I would say the average age of most on a Princess cruise must be 50 to 55, so it's a slightly older clientele, but as I say, beautifully done, the food is fantastic, and the ship is just one of the nicest you're going to see afloat. So if you have watched the show, you obviously saw Jane. She was around the Caribbean, and this is based with flying over into Miami. You can have a 1-night stay in Fort Lauderdale, be centrally located accommodation before jumping in a taxi and get yourself to the port, where you're going to spend 7 nights on a full-board basis on the Sky Princess. Stunning itinerary. Your first port of call is going to be Princess Cay in the Bahamas. Princess Cay is its own private island. They take the food on shore. You have a barbecue on there. It's just glorious sandy beaches, crystal clear waters. $8. You will need a water, what they call a tender, so if you do have walking difficulties, it is fairly difficult to get on there, and if you use a wheelchair, again, you'll struggle to get on. But obviously, it's a great port of call. Then on to two of my favourite ports in the Caribbean. The first one is St Thomas. St Thomas has got a lovely town area, but what I'd be doing is getting myself by taxi over to Magens Bay. Magens Bay is in the top 10 beaches in the world. It's stunning, sandy beach, mountains behind. It's just absolutely beautiful. I happened to be there when 9/11 happened many years ago. So one of my favourite beaches. You've got beach bars there. You can get yourself a strawberry daiquiri, a pina colada, Malibu and pineapple. That's another joke from one of my friends. But I say I love St Thomas. And then the last port of call is St Martin. St Martin's is one of the Dutch Antilles. Stunning port of call. Again, duty-free accommodation there. There's a McDonald's if you really need a McDonald's. When you're out there, when you get off, you can see the 2-3 beaches in the distance. If you think you can walk it, you can do, but it's a little bit further than you actually think. So my word of advice is take the water taxi. It's $8. You can use it all day long. It goes round in a circle. You plot up at a beach, you literally get off, $25. You can get 2 parasols, a parasol, 2 chairs, and a bucket of beer for you, $25. Love St Martin. The water is crystal clear. It's very shallow. Just go straight in. Behind, as I say, you've got duty free and things to see and do. If you want a bit of an experience, get yourself down to the airport and watch the old planes take off. You must be seeing many of those photos. Unfortunately, the 747s are no longer going in. I think it's called Margot Bay. So if you want a little bit different, experience it as it goes over. It's great fun. So how much is this going to cost me? Holigee are putting this offer together, and they've got various dates going from November 21 to March 22. It's a 9-night package. They say flights into Miami, 1 night accommodation in Fort Lauderdale, then a 7-night full-board cruise. My word of advice, I would upgrade to something called Princess Plus. Princess Plus is an extra £30 per person per day, and you do need to do it for all 7 days, but for the £30 you're getting unlimited drinks, premium drinks, getting your gratuities included, and also getting Wi-Fi included in the price. But if you're not really into your Wi-Fi, not really into drinking, go on the basic package, and they're leading in at only £1,099 for an inside, but the value for me is a balcony at $12.99. Obviously nothing better than coming to the Caribbean ports of call, sitting on your balcony, having a bottle of champagne. Absolutely fantastic. So if you fancy a little bit of this, give Holigee a call. Numbers on the screen. Like it and share it on our Facebook page. Give us some Instagram love. Enable your new YouTube channel to see me at 11 o'clock. Give you some amazing deals and travel inspiration. Stay safe, and we'll see you all tomorrow.